welcome back to the channel. It's your hostess with the mostest, Aspenblue here. How is everyone doing today? I hope you guys are doing well, keeping safe. So today's video is a penthouse build. A while back I did a custom content penthouse build on the slot Fountain View penthouse, and it was really cool, and it was the first time I'd kind of played with these large windows like this, or I'm sorry, they're roofs, but I'm making them windows. And I mentioned that I was going to try and do it again because I had so much fun with it, but I wanted it to not be entirely custom content. It's not the same at all. In fact, this layout is so weird and wonky, but it's along the same idea. So that idea is back and being brought to you today. And I'm sorry it's a little bit too sped up. This was just so long, and I didn't want this to be another like 45-minute long video. I think we're just barely over half an hour with everything said and done, so my apologies if it's a little bit too fast for you guys. Go ahead, slow it down. I'm gonna sound like a monster, but if it's too fast for you, you know. Actually, and comment too if it is. Next time maybe I'll like break it into parts too with these giant builds, so I don't mind. Let me know. I don't care. Whatever is more aesthetically pleasing to my viewers, I definitely want to know, so let me know. I'm sorry if I'm out of breath, guys. Okay, so I was gonna do this voiceover and I went to like announce it to my family, like essentially don't bother me, I'm, you know, working. And I went to go collect my cats, and I have to bring them into the room with me, otherwise they will cry and whine outside the door, and I couldn't find my Mishka, my youngest boy, and he will throw a fit too if I walk him out of the room. So anyways, I couldn't find him anywhere in the entire house, and I was like getting scared because we have a dog door, and I don't know what if he figured out the dog door and got out, and he's a stupid young cat still, so I was nervous. Anyways, it turned out he had gotten into the garage, and thank God, like, I went to go look. Like, what if I didn't decide to do a voiceover? I wouldn't have found it out, and my family like likes to leave the garage door open a lot when they like open it, so mini heart attack is over. Mishka's okay. He's good, he's here. Anyways, back to this build. So, I had a lot of fun with this. It took me a while to kind of figure it out because we have such an interesting floor plan here. Right now I'm kind of just trying to perfect the shell and figure out the exact kind of look that I wanted the building to have, because at first I thought it looked really weird. So, yeah, it does look weird. It is a weird building. It's okay. You can say it's weird. I don't mind. Oh, and a big pet peeve, I love these columns, but I've never like stacked them right on top of each other like I did on the exterior, and they don't match up. Isn't that ridiculous? They don't match up. Anyways, it's a little thing that I noticed. Hopefully no one else, or doesn't bother anyone else too badly. Alright, so the kitchen in this build is one of my favorite like kitchens I think I've ever done, and it ends up being so weird and unconventional, unrealistic. But hey, who actually lives in a penthouse like this? And people who do live in penthouses like this, I'm pretty sure they can afford to have unrealistic, you know, things. So this is a fun thing I like to do. I like to shrink down the ovens and raise them up a bit so it looks like they're like standing stacked ovens, which is actually, my mom has this layout in her or ovens like that in her house, and it is really nice. I do enjoy it, even though I don't really cook. I don't cook. So you guys are going to watch this room kind of transform, and I hem and haw a lot, and I'm not really sure what I want to do. Okay, so this is one of my favorite things. I take this hanging light and I shrink down these debug bushes, and honestly, they're one of the first bushes that you see when you go to the debug, like, you type in world lamp and go to the debug menu. And so I like to shrink them down and raise them up, and it kind of reminds me actually of this custom content piece. It's a hanging plant. I can't remember the creator, which is frustrating. I'm gonna go ahead and look that up for you guys though, because it is one of my favorite custom content pieces, but it reminds me of that. So I like to try and incorporate that when I am allowed to use tall ceilings. Okay, so the upper floor plan gets a little crazy, and I love what I did here with the staircase, but you can see the stairs is so close to the roof, and I did play test it before I went in and actually like messed with it, and the Sims will use the stairs. Like, the stairs were completely functional, but their heads popped out a little bit as they were walking up, so I was like, some people might not like that, even though I did love the stairs being that close to the window. Loved it. I wish we could like move objects stairs. I mean, I'm so glad we can finally do that with doors and windows and stuff, but wouldn't it be amazing with stairs? Oh gosh, and if we could get stairs on diagonal, it'd be my dream come true. Okay, so again, weird floor plan. And I gave this place like 2 living rooms, and I figured, well, if you live in a penthouse, you probably entertain a lot, and there's probably lots of ridiculous rooms. So this is like the main living area, tucked in the back of the house. And I leave it pretty, I say pretty plain, I guess. I don't know. I don't do a whole lot to it. I do add the shelf here, and I clutter it up, and then I also go ahead. I think it's from Dine Out. I don't know. It's from one of, maybe even Get to Work. It's from one of the signs, though, and it's just a big blank sign with lights on it. And I think that's one of my favorite things in this build. You're going to see I repeat lots of objects. But I go ahead and I place it like behind the TV as kind of like a, I don't know, like not a backboard, but like an entertainment center sort of thingy. Don't know. And I really like the look of the exposed brick, but I felt like it was just getting to be a bit much. However, when you use the roofs as like part of the interior, or you want them to like look like they're, yeah, part of the interior, you kind of have to make it all the same color so it's like nice and fluid. So I don't know, I kind of like the brick everywhere. I do try and like change it to maybe like a white painted brick, or add, I do this ridiculous thing where I add green foliage everywhere. So just wait for that. I love it though. I love it. I love it a lot. So if you guys don't love it, just go ahead and delete those. But I had so much fun adding all the green. And like I said, the kitchen ends up being like one of my favorite rooms in the entire house. That, and I do like an artist bedroom upstairs. You've got like a teen girls room with lots and lots of activities. Like she could be a streamer. I've put in like a dance floor in there. She has her own balcony as well. Okay, so here's what I'm talking about with the greenery. So we go ahead and take those. These are different shrubs. Actually, they're not the same ones I used for the light, but I shrink those down. And these are also my favorite hanging plants. They are from Jungle Adventure. So if you don't have Jungle Adventure, I am so sorry. I can't recall if the non-debug ones were also from Jungle Adventure, but I always use the debug ones because when you shrink down the ones in just the regular plant menu, they've got like this wood backing, and I don't know if that's what gives them this horrible harsh shadow, but you pretty much have to use the debug ones for it to look right. And this is my favorite window. Like this, yeah, I love this kitchen. So I think I'm going to be repeating that little thing I did a lot with the eco lifestyle window with the ledge, and then adding a shelf in front of it. And then I did go ahead and add a bar. We have all this space here. I didn't like allow any like stool, or you know, obviously it's not facing where your Sims can sit at it, but there's like so many seating places in this. Like I said this about my mom's build too. I'm getting insecure about the amount of seating in this place. Granted, this isn't a 1-bedroom tiny little beach house. This is a penthouse, so you should be able to entertain. Okay, so yeah, those are the boards I'm talking about. I'm obsessed with them right now. And I felt like this wall was big and naked, and I do love using the mirrors, but seeing as how the mirror was so close to, or it faced the window, I hate how you can't see like the windows and doors in the mirror. So I went ahead and I just did this like weird greenery wall, and yeah, it just kind of escalated from there. And yeah, I don't know, maybe Poison Ivy lives here. Who knows? I knew someone who actually used to call me Poison Ivy a lot because of my obsession with plants. And I think it's safe to call an obsession. I have 17 in my bedroom alone, and that sounds like a lot more than there are, but to be fair, a handful of them are clippings. So they're just like sitting in jars of water, which honestly will still take up as much like space as a pot would, but anyways, you guys don't care about that. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so this is kind of like an open outdoor patio area. So I had the elevator, kind of in the center, like you could come up and then maybe sit out here. This was like open access. I wish I was able to do more with it. I ended up putting like a basketball out there, but I think a basketball court and stuff would have been really cool. There just wasn't room for it really, and there wasn't enough wall space either. But yeah, I don't know, maybe like a lobby patio area, I thought. And again, I told you I'm going to be repeating a lot of things in this build. Now, I've done the hedges with those lights before, but this was the first time that I decided to do the Jungle Adventure hanging plants, but I think it looks so good with those lights. And again, more foliage. I just go crazy with the green. And if you guys don't have Jungle Adventure, I'm sorry. That's the only pack I really use to landscape. I love the plants that come with it so much. Or I'm sorry, Outdoor Retreat. Outdoor Retreat and Jungle Adventure. Okay, so because this was such an odd, weird space for like the front entry area, like there wasn't a lot of room for anything, and it's kind of a big grand house, so I felt like something grand had to be here when you first walked into the house. Granted, you wouldn't see this walking in. Okay, so actually I need to take note and clip here. So I was on Asbury Game, her Twitch stream the other day. She was learning how to play Minecraft. It was very, very fun. If you guys were there, comment hello, hi. If not, you should go and check her out. She's an awesome variety gamer, and she just picked up streaming, so that was really fun. Anyways, she mentioned though, if you have the tool mod, and if you just like ever so slightly scale an object overlapping with another object, it won't clip. So I'm gonna have to try that, because I realized I did a lot of overlapping in this build, and the clipping isn't too awful, because I do get really annoyed with the clipping, so I'll normally go and change it, or just like, I don't know, do whatever I can so you can't see the clipping, but I have got to try that. The tool mod is amazing. If you guys use mods, go ahead, that needs to be one that you check out, or if you're contemplating it, it's so helpful and handy. Love it. Okay, so I also love the living room area. Again, it's such a, well, again, this isn't really the living room. It's so small and tucked away, so I didn't want this to be the main living room area. But maybe like, you know, someone comes in and you can sit down. This is like, I don't know, a guest greeting room. I don't know what to call it, but I took these marble tables and I went ahead and just like added them as maybe, I don't know, a backing to the furniture, or just like a built-in cabinet. And of course I went ahead and struck down these countertops as like handles, and this was really, really fun. I'm really pleased with how this little nook came together. I also go ahead and I take the record player too, and I shrink it, and I don't know if I shrink it or I just like elevate it ever so slightly so it looks like it's actually built into the cabinet. And here we are, more green. Is this ridiculous or what? I don't know. I love it though. I'm sorry if it's too much for you guys. I had so much fun with it though. But again, I'm kind of obsessed with plants. Here we are with the hand and Getty tool mod. So really what I wanted to do was like frame this around, but I realized you could, when you rotate, I guess, wall, I don't know if it's all objects or wall objects, because I'm sort of new to the tool mod too. It like reverts back to its original placement when you move it. So the scale doesn't change or anything, but it did like revert back to being horizontal, if you guys got that. Anyways, it came together really well. Here I am. I'm trying to figure out like some floating counter space, but I don't think the countertop worked when I shrunk down the counters exponentially small, so I don't think that was the right word. It's early. It's not even, is it 9? Oh, it is 9. I've been talking for longer than I thought. My coffee is getting cold. Okay, so here I realized I didn't like that the Sims had poked through the roof, so I went ahead and I pushed it back, and it messed up like the planter thing that I did a bit, so it wasn't identical to what we did originally, but I think it came together pretty well. I used a lot of like shrunken countertops in this build too. So we're back downstairs. This is the nook, like little area right next to the kitchen, and maybe I should have put the bar here because it's such like an awkward tiny little space. So I just end up, I'm trying to build like a custom seating area, and then I just end up going in with a couch and adding some lamps. Okay, this was kind of the only part of the house, like after it was all said and done, that I was like, this is weird. But I think it comes together pretty well. So here we are upstairs trying to figure things out now that we've got most of the downstairs handled. Kind of figuring out the rooms and bathrooms. So there are 3 bedrooms down here and 1 bath. The artist room is up here, like the teen girl or young adult room, and like a toddler and kids room. Well, it can fit both the toddler and kid. A lot of fun, a lot of fun. And then I realized too that the roof was sticking through just ever so slightly and really weird. I didn't know what to do about that. So again, I go in with like a shrunken countertop thing, and I find these fences in debug, and I actually skipped it on accident, so I'm not really sure which pack they were from, but they are in the debug menu, and I just went ahead and I shrunk them down, and it kind of looked like a wood, I don't know, like a cool wood slated desk area. And yeah, I think it came together kind of nice. Just a cute little office space. There's a lot of office spaces, so I don't know if you caught that downstairs too, but like right outside the bathroom, I also had the table from Discovery University. I had like the research computer thing on there and a regular computer. I also added a journal too. So lots to do. So this is the teen girls, or the very female-y fun room. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do. I thought I wanted to do some cool, interesting, like above the bed or like custom headboard. And so I kind of end up landing on this. And I'm sorry I build so much at night too. I don't know why this penthouse just seemed to be so dark. with all the open lighting. I don't know what that was about, but it was just, I feel like it was way darker than usual. And I hadn't even like put any family in this, so it wasn't like seasons getting in the way or anything. So yeah, anyway, so I give this girl a streaming table. I also give her a keyboard and a mic and 2 guitars. I also give her like a little dance area. I don't know, I figure like maybe people who live in this house, they, what's the word? Affluence, you know, they have some money. Is that the right word? So maybe she's kind of like a pageant daughter, I guess. She was in so many activities and things like that as a kid, so she's got so much to do in here and all these talents and stuff. And I've never used that shelf before, and I thought it like looked really cute for like a little custom desk. So yeah, I don't know, maybe she's into like fashion, or she streams herself playing or dancing or whatever. And so here I kind of give her like a little, I had the idea to put like a dance area here. Like I knew for sure I was going to put a stereo, and then last minute I was like, you know what, let's just go ahead and put in a dance floor. Why not? And she does have her own little balcony. I also give her the little meditation like pad. I don't remember what it's called, but the little, yeah, there you go, the little seating thing that you can meditate on. And I give her that and some like candles, and it's very like zen out here. And I had a hard time picking a rug. Do I stick with that? I can't remember. I believe so. Okay, so we're back inside. And here I am just trying to cluttering up some activities. Yeah, so she gets, oh, and I also give her a violin too. She gets a violin, 2 guitars. This girl has the life. She can knit. She can garden with a little bonsai tree. I do love that bonsai tree. I just wish we had like more swatches for the wood. I use a lot of eco lifestyle in this pack too. At the end of it, I was really, really pleased with how this room came out. Even though I felt like it seemed daunting at first. I was having a really hard time, and then I love how that happens though. Like you're just struggling and you feel like it's not really working out, and then just somehow you're not really sure which part it is, but the whole room just comes together. And I really like those side tables too. I don't get to use those a lot because they're so like modern and fun looking, but I thought that they were pretty fitting for this build. And then I love that wall light too. I really use that. It's so industrial and fun, and I honestly forget it exists, but I kind of like the neon light over the mirror better. So I think I actually end up swapping that out and moving the neon light maybe into the backyard. I can't remember now. Okay, so this is our kids' room. I had so much fun with this. Kids' rooms are some of my favorite rooms to do because they're so loud and fun, and you just have a lot of like creative freedom, I feel. So I think the room is more on the masculine side, perhaps. Lots of greens and oranges and yellow. I hope the sim, I haven't play tested that. I mean, I know the TV will work in that position, but I wonder if the sim will sit on the kids' bed and watch from the Penguin TV. I really hope they do. And I wanted to give them a wardrobe, but I didn't like any of the open ones that looked kind of kiddish, so I just take that green one, which I think matched pretty well, and then, yeah, I think it comes together pretty nice. The kids do have a decent amount of activities. I do give them their own laptop. They get the block table, the television, you know, toys. Let's see what else. Obviously the toy box. I love those little, like, I think we got them with toddler stuff, like the little cushions. And again, like I said earlier, I was going to be repeating lots of objects and like techniques, and I tried the shrunken countertops again there. Actually, they're islands. You can't shrink down the countertops, but... And I love that mirror with all the stickers on it too. I feel like it's just so fitting. And I can just imagine too the kids like sitting there in that open window reading or playing their toys, and that would be so cool. And I have a lot of fun with this bathroom area too. So I realized when you put doors on things that your Sims normally aren't supposed to walk through, they're able to walk through them. And I actually found this out doing my like fortress castle-y build, because I had fenced in the exterior walls and like added arches over them just to make it look like more intricate, like open windows. And the Sims like walked right through it. So fun facts. And I really just love, okay, so I used a lot of like the weird side tables in this one. These brown ones with the lights and slates, I end up repeating again in the black color in the parents' room upstairs later on, and give them like a custom headboard. But I really liked it in the bathroom because the bathroom was kind of small, and I don't know. And the thing too, and I've said this before also, with these tall walls, I have a hard time cluttering up the walls. Like I feel like everything is lower to the ground, obviously, so your Sims have height, and the walls can sometimes look very bare and naked. Just because unless you put a big painting or mural there, there's not a whole lot of options. So I kind of like that it had the above countertops, which I don't really think makes sense, but perhaps it's maybe just like a custom mirror unit. I don't know. And I decided to make kind of like a little seating area right here. I didn't give the railings. I mean, that would be an awful way for your Sim to die. Thank God that's not a way to die. I don't know. Is it? Your Sims can't tumble off railings, can they? But I just thought none of them looked good. And it also went back to when the stairwell was so close to the roof as well. I didn't like the look of it. But yeah, they don't get railings. It's you gotta be wild in this house. They're daredevils, you know, taking risks. So I added the skylights before I did the bedroom floor plan. So some of the skylights like clip into multiple rooms, which I think is okay. If that bothers you, let me know. I don't really mind it too much. It can look a little weird from like an aerial view, but how often do you actually see the top of your house? Just saying. Okay, so there's that custom like headboard I was talking about. And I'm really pleased with the way that the parents' room came together. Like, again, like I said, I think these people have, you know, some funds. So the room, it's pretty simple, but I think it's a little, what's the word I'm looking for? They have taste, you know, I feel like it looks a little ritzy, maybe. So I got this fun custom headboard, like one of the fanciest beds in the game, a shag rug. And I tried to use most of the matching furniture, which I think was, I don't know if it was from Get Famous or like, what's that pack? It was like luxury party stuff. I don't know. And yeah, I gave Mom a little vanity there. I really wanted to add curtains, but like they took so much from the natural lights. There just wasn't a lot that I could do or was able to do. And then the master bathroom is not as impressive as I would normally like my master bathrooms to be, especially in a build of this, I don't know, I guess I call it stature, but I think it comes out okay. I go ahead and I take these debug columns and I shrink them down just because I wanted the tub to be seamless with the shower. I didn't want like that weird awkward gap in there. And I also do like a weird custom sink here too. I was kind of trying to mess around with the shrunken island, but I don't really know what I was trying to accomplish here. So what I do is I end up just going in with shelving and just placing like some soaps and stuff like that on there. And I think it comes together okay. And I've never used that light before either, but I feel like it had more of like a yellowy like look to it, and I kind of liked it. So I did personalize the parents' room up a little bit. Like I gave Mom some posters. Maybe she's got like family from far away who's like sends her pictures and postcards and things. And I never put in home gyms, like very rarely. Maybe I'll give them like one workout equipment, because honestly that's pretty realistic. Not a lot of people can have home gyms, but these people clearly have some funds, you know. I did give Dad the wealthy milestone, which of course they accomplished as soon as I moved them into the house to playtest it. Sorry, my cat Mishka, the runaway, is getting into things, and I'm sorry if I'm making noise. Okay. I also gave like a bathroom too connected to the gym because I thought that was realistic as well. Oh, I see why. There's a hair tie. So Mishka is obsessed with hair ties. I don't know why. That's his favorite toy. My cat loves hair ties. In fact, in my old apartment complex, all my hair ties would go missing, and I realized he was like stashing them under the rug. Very cute cat. I love him. Oh, now he's getting on my lap. I'm so sorry, guys. Ugh. He's a very cute saboteur, though, so I'm not that mad about it. And clutter. We don't have too much longer. I don't know, maybe about like Yeah, about 5 minutes. I had a lot of fun with this build though, guys, and I got to use a lot of new like build techniques that I have been seeing or wanting to try, so that was definitely fun. Even though all the plants is so unrealistic. I don't care though, it was so much fun. It was so much fun. I kind of wanted to give them to like solar panels and stuff, but I didn't really leave room for it on the exterior, and I didn't think that they would fit too well, so I skipped it. Oh my gosh, and this is my favorite. Okay, yeah, I did say this. Okay, so the artist room is one of my favorite rooms in the whole house, and here is it coming together. And again, completely unrealistic, but honestly, if I had money and if I had a sunroof like that, and if I was still as obsessed with plants as I am now, this is probably fairly accurate. I love having plants in my room and in my house, and just, yeah, so I would probably do something like this. So I don't know, I thought maybe I would make the shelf like look like a ledge, or maybe it's like a flower pot or something, and they were sitting up there. And I did play test this bed. I didn't play test everything in the house, so some stuff doesn't work. I'm so sorry. Let me know. This is uploaded to the gallery. I will fix it and re-upload it. If you guys do download it, it is already on the gallery actually. My origin is missaspenblue. I've had it since I was like 16, so unfortunately it's not the same handle as CreatorSim. Anyway, so it does work with the columns there, which I was worried it wouldn't. But I like the columns. And this was kind of a weird floor plan too, because like you've got the main bed area, but then you've got kind of this like short, like small hall right here. So I just go ahead and I add in a dresser. I do add in a bookcase at the end, and this custom desk here. But I think that's a base game table. And then is it the Moss Cheese? I don't know how to say that pack name, guys. Yeah, I give them the sketching tablet. Whenever I add an easel, I always try and add that little statue, especially because it has, not statue, it is under the statue, but the little painting table, it's under the statue item in the decorations, like tab area, and it gives your sim, yeah, just like inspiration. So, as well as those books too, I love those books. And I know that these fancy paintings didn't necessarily like fit with the rest of the build, but I figured maybe this person is like a legitimate like art connoisseur and lover of art. So maybe those are some pieces they were able to pick up or purchase. And they're just in their room because they know they don't fit with the rest of their house. I'm kind of like that, honestly. I have lots of different tastes and styles that I would love, but if I know that I can't do it like tastefully, or if I don't have enough to make it like look like it goes together, I don't do it, if that makes any sense. Anyways, guys, we're just about done. Thank you so much for watching. I love you guys over on Twitter. You guys are my favorite. And if you're new here, hi, welcome. My name's Aspen. It's good to meet you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoy this. Here are those captures. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll talk soon. Bye.